Well, here's a brief message from the end of the fourth day of conference. It looks a bit like I'm at a wedding, doesn't it? Well, I've been to one of the ordination services that has happened at the afternoon after the formal reception into full connection which ordinands go through on the Sunday morning. So we're here outside St Andrew's Church in Shifnal, and we've just seen 5 of the ordinands have their celebration, and it's been lovely to be part of it as just a conference delegate, but also as a presbyter myself. It's good again to hear the words that were said to me back in 1994 in Leeds, and to hear again what it is that we're called to in this privileged role of being a presbyter. But we were reminded in the service that everyone is called. God calls us all. And in the sermon, which was actually delivered on behalf of the preacher, who sadly had COVID, the ordinands were reminded of 4 things that they need to ponder in this ministry to which they are called. The first of these things was that they're called to be with people. We walk alongside people. This isn't only presbyters, of course. Everyone, we're all walking together, and it's important that we are there for people and that we are with them when they need us. The second thing we were reminded is that we are called to inspire people. And I think as leaders of the church, that is something that is a real privilege. We're in a position to influence people and to draw out from people the gifts that God has given them. That's a great blessing. The third thing was that we're called to keep looking in our own ministry, and also to encourage others to keep looking for where God is active. Heaven and earth are full of God's glory was the text to remind us not to stop looking for God and where God is working. And finally, we were reminded that to do all of these things, we need constantly to be receiving from God. We can't do any of this in our own strength alone. So we were reminded that we needed to receive, and then how appropriate that we had Holy Communion. There's a real sense in conference of being not only a connectional church in Great Britain, but a worldwide church. And again, ministers from the Worldwide Methodist Church were there taking part, reminding us that we live on a very big map, and that Christ died for the whole cosmos, the whole world, not just for our little bit of it. And we have to maintain that dimension in all that we do. So it's been a really, really enjoyable day, a real sense of why we're here, reminding ourselves of our calling and our connectedness with one another. Tomorrow it's down to business, 3.5 days of business. So I wonder what I shall report to you tomorrow. Well, we'll see. But until then, good night. God bless.